Welcome back to Mercury Farms for episode 15 with me, MrSealyp. It's 5:20 in the evening, well, late afternoon, early evening, and in light of changes, things that have developed over the past 24 to 48 hours, I have revised my plan. I did say I was going to move on to a greenhouse project, however, I'm going to do something else. Like I said, my Marwell Manor Let's Play is my subscriber contracts and kind of roleplay-ish to a degree. It's not, you know, full-on realism kind of thing, but this one has always been more about me just playing and trying out new stuff and having a go and just enjoying playing the game, you know. So, because JiM's a legend, and I mean an absolute legend, let's just drop that off there. So we've done one load up to the BGA, which at midnight we should get paid for. Should be in the region of about 35-40 grand. I think it's about that, isn't it? I can't remember from the last time. This is the problem. I know when I used to watch in the early days of watching ALiEN, when I first started playing this game, ALiEN was one of the first YouTubers I watched. And I could never understand when he was doing Let's Plays. He would do an episode and he had forgotten what he'd done on a previous episode, or he'd forgotten where his equipment was. I totally understand that now. I totally get the concept that when you're running two Let's Plays, when you're doing mod reviews and updates and, you know, you name it, remembering everything, remembering all of the details, remembering all of the mods available, it becomes a minefield. And often when I'm playing, I will forget the most obvious solution to a problem. I'll forget that there's a trailer or a mod or something I could have used, or, you know, is available. And the more mods that go into the mod hub, again, the harder that becomes. So yeah, it just becomes a bit of a minefield. Anyway, things have changed. Like I say, walls have gone. If you watched my update video yesterday, I put up 5 videos in the end yesterday, just to try and catch up with all the mods, plus the mod map, plus the update on this map. So it was, you know, wow, it took a while. Now, if you watched the update video, you'll probably know where I'm going with this. This is going to be sold, this trailer. I think I'm going to sell the forwarder trailer as well, because I've got a lot of trailers already for logging, and that one I use occasionally, but actually, I said that in the last episode and I don't know. Repair and then sell for 57. This is why this works out brilliantly. So this is if you haven't watched the update video for Mercury Farms, watch it, because it's mine and it's good, I think. So the MKS 32, if we sell that, do I really want to? Yes, I do, because what JiM has done is in the store. What he's done for us, is it switched over or is it still the lady? I know in the evening gentleman takes over. No, it's still the lady. If we go to store and we go all the way along to miscellaneous, what we will find at the end now in miscellaneous is that the Lizard MKD32 for 49,000, which is cheaper. That one does water and fuel. So we're going to have one of those. Now, I did think about doing it kind of yellow or red to match up with the fact I'm going to do fuel now. However, I'm still going to do water in it as well. So do I just go stainless? Well, that's quite cool. I do like the chrome look, but actually the stainless is alright, and that kind of cover both options, couldn't it? Or I could go black. No, that's a bit much, isn't it? Let's go stainless, I think. That's 4 grand. JiM, that's daylight robbery. Right, let's buy that. So we're still not technically out of pocket. Right, so we're going to do a fuel run. That's the first thing we're going to do, because now we can do fuel as part of the update. The fuel cell point was always there over at the garden centre, but there was just nothing available that could actually work at it. So what we're going to do now, a lot of people have said, I'm going to say a lot of people, a few people have said the price does seem to fluctuate wildly on fuel price. Not buying it, but selling it. On my update video yesterday, I think I made 93,000, taking off what it cost me to refill it, and this is what I'm going to do now. Put fuel in this. I think it's going to cost me 40 grand to fill it. I'm playing on normal economy. 40 grand to fill it. I made 93, so about 63 grand profit, which is pretty good, let's be honest. Some people said they made 130 grand, some people said they only made about 60 grand. So it obviously depends, time of day, how many times you've done it, maybe that kind of thing, I don't know, but we'll see what we get. $32,000 litres, 40 grand exactly. I will stick the beacons on, simply because you just, well, should. It's a heavy load and it's fuel. Let's get that running and turn the indicators off. Then what I could do, I really do need to sort my steering wheel situation out. Probably going a little bit too fast actually. So, we're going to go and sell this load, and then we're going to take advantage of a new mod that came out. I'm also going to buy a new field which has got a crop in it, which hopefully, if I'm probably going to do this and find it's gone to the next growth stage and I've missed it, but hopefully, actually to be fair, I could do it straight away. Something I'm going to try out, and it's an interesting one, and I like the fact that it's available now. So I know it probably infuriates people when I start talking all cryptic and, you know, and depending on, at the moment I haven't done my thumbnail, so the thumbnail probably gives it all away anyway. If we go into here, and up to field 47 has got potatoes in, and if I'm not very much mistaken, should be on red. Fantastic. So we're going to buy field 47 at a cost of 107,000. Let's buy that field. So now we've got a field of potatoes. Wonderful. Now we've got to see, can I make that money back? I really hope this pays out well. So we can now sell fuel with this tanker. I will stress that, with this tanker, because I know I'll get comments, people saying I'm trying to use blah 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 and it won't work. That's why Jim's put this tanker in the game. I don't know how he got round it. I mean, he's put it in miscellaneous into the store menu, but it hasn't actually technically come out as a separate mod. It's part of the update, which is, yeah, I don't know. I've lost. Oh, 97 grand. Okay, 97. So we paid 40, 57 grand. Yeah, when I said earlier I made 93, I didn't. I made 104,000. That's how I made 60 grand profit. Okay, that's not bad. Still, considering we just bought a field, that doesn't put us much higher up, but that's not bad. What I could do now is go and swill this out, get it internally jet washed, and you can use it for water as well. So I can now use this one for water at the livestock market, water at the greenhouses, and for doing fuel. So it's a no-brainer having this one. This serves the purposes I need it to. Right, what I'm going to do, shall I drive back or... Actually, beacon sync off. What's going on with the traffic? It's mad. Anyway, right, I'm going to have a go at... I'm going to try my hand at this biogas lark. Now, very early on we bought the biogas plant up the top simply so we could use it. Now what I'm going to do, come on, it's up in the middle of London, the amount of traffic's ridiculous. So we're going to try a hand at biogas, because they're the new mod available, the little biogas plant, which is very, very cool. I'm going to try and install one at the main farmyard, and because it's only small, it shouldn't take up too much room. Now I'm pretty sure the field I've just bought full of potatoes is going to be way too many potatoes to put it through it. It will only do a maximum of 10,000 litres at a time, so if you dump a big trailer load in there or a whole load in there, it will only digest 10,000 litres at a time. But that's not a problem. So what I've got to decide now is, where am I going to place it? Now I could buy another field, I could extend further out maybe and stick it on a different plot. I did even think about getting rid of one of the chicken pens and putting it in the gap there, but what I might do, I think, we've got a kind of openish space here, maybe try and put it in here. Anyway, before I do that, let me just check my piece of paper from yesterday when I did all my mod reviews. This is the small BAG. It's not a small bag at all, it's a small BGA. This is by Landmensch. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into here. It should be under miscellaneous, and it's there. 7 slots, 124,000. That's brilliant. Oh, actually, that. Oh, where can I get away with that? A bit closer now, I think, because that tree's there. That's not too bad. I've still got room to get my vehicles in and out. Maybe come over a little bit. Maybe about there. Forward a bit. I know it's kind of in the middle. It won't let me go too much closer to the trees. I'm going to put it there. That's so cool. So now we are in the biogas market. Wildback biogas. So, which also means anything we put in here, we will get digestate as a byproduct, which is also pretty cool. And if you haven't watched my mod reviews, you only watched my Let's Plays maybe, I don't know. This will take silage, which they generally take. It will take hay, grass and straw. Normally they take hay and straw, but not grass. Some don't even take straw. It will also take potatoes and sugar beet, and it will take manure as well. So this thing will take all sorts of stuff. But like I say, this is a small BGA. It will only take 10,000 litre capacity rather than 50,000. So what we're going to do is we're going to do some potatoes, and we're going to put potatoes in here. High carb diet. It's just going to be all carbs. That's what we're putting in it. This is going to be our carb biogas plant. I'm just because it's new and it's different, and you can put potatoes or sugar beet, and I just thought, you know what? Let's go biogas. Why not? Money's come down a little bit, to be fair, but that's not a problem either. What time is it? 5:35. I think what we might need to do, the light's not completely gone yet, so what we're going to do is head over to the store. I'm going to lease a potato harvester, which means I'm going to need my truck and trailer. I'll go and get that in a second. Mind you, that's going to be quite a lot of... No, it doesn't matter, it's fine. I'm just trying to rack my brains thinking, because what I can do, I can store the potatoes in here. Actually in the silo, of course I can. If I store them in the silo, then I can come over with the trailer and just trailer into the biogas every time it kind of runs low. And I can have like a constant stream. I suppose I could even do it with... I wonder if I could run... Again, this is all just chucking ideas out there. If I could run a conveyor belt from that pipe, well, the fill trigger one might work, into that, so it would directly do it. That might be pushing it a little bit. I don't know, we can try. Right, off to the store. I'm going to go and grab the... Should have just left this where it was. Go and grab the trailer back. And I'll see you up at the new field with a potato harvester. Let's harvest some potatoes. Let's try out this biogas plant. Now I'm back at the store and I couldn't resist doing another fuel run. I'm doing another fuel run simply because I I'm curious to see whether I'll get the same amount again or whether it will drop straight away because I'm doing one on top of the other. Potato harvesters, I'm going to lease that, and it's not cheap to lease. 25 grand. But then say, doing another fuel run will cover the cost of that. Right, so let's lease that. That's filling up with fuel, so it's taking a little bit longer, not too much longer. So what I'm going to do is drive this up to the store. We're at the store. What is wrong with me today? It's yesterday. I've just completely worn myself out. Hard life, innit? Let's get the old beacons on. This one got indicators. Let's put our indicator flashes on. Hazards on as well. Large piece of equipment. If you're new to my channel, if you haven't seen the video I did before, you haven't heard me mention it before, I have got the Saytech heavy equipment side panel plugged into my PlayStation 4. So if people are going to ask me, they're likely to ask me again, how have I got indicators, flashers, both working as hazard lights? There's a configured button already on the Saytech side panel. If I just press button 14, like so, I can press button 12 on that panel and get indicator left. I can press 16 and get that one. If I press 14, I get hazards. So yeah, it only works on PlayStation 4 though. I have had a couple of people message to say they've bought theirs on Xbox and can't wait for it to arrive. It doesn't work on Xbox, unfortunately. When I did the video of it, I did say I didn't think it did. I don't own an Xbox, so it's always hard for me to test things. People will often ask me if something works on Xbox. Generally speaking, any mods that come out for console will come out on Xbox and PlayStation at the same time. I have had people saying it's not fair that PS4 get them and Xbox don't. They should do. Every single mod that comes out on PS4 should be on Xbox as well. If you're struggling to find them, try on PlayStation 4, you press L3 to show all mods. There should be a button to press on Xbox which will do the same thing, show all mods. And then you'll probably find there are mods you've been missing. Actually, if I'm turning that off now, I'll definitely close my door now. I'm off the main road. Now I've just got to find the entrance to this field. So hopefully before it gets dark, what we'll do, we'll get a full load of potatoes done. We'll take them down to the biogas and we'll put them in. Not the full load, we'll do 10,000 litres and let that chug away, and then before now and midnight we'll get as many potatoes into it as we can. What's the entrance to this field? I missed it. I was right over the other corner. Oh, I'm not having that. I'm not having that, no. Where's the fence post? Now, as part of the update, again, if you haven't seen the video, the update video, much less. There it is. You can now, if you don't like having to do this, if you want to remove sections of fence posts, etc., you can come in like this with a chainsaw, cut the fence posts, and it will remove a section of hedge. What you can do now is go down to the maintenance shed at the I might have left those too high, but let's just drop that out of the way. At the main store there's a maintenance shed round to the left. If you go on that and press circle, you can remove all fences and hedges from the map if you wish to do so, which is quite cool because that does mean you can remove them even though you don't own them. So if you don't own the fields, it does mean you can just get rid of them if you don't want them around, which is again fantastic little feature by JiM there. Right, we need to open this up like so. Turn it on. Drop the header down. Let's get potatoing. Now, this field hasn't been fertilised. I don't know if it needs ploughing or not. So the yield's not going to be as high as it could be. However, potatoes yield very high anyway. So, to be honest with you, it's going to be pretty high. this is realistically just a test to put it through the BGA and see what happens. I'm just you don't get as much for potatoes and sugar beet as you would do for some of the other things like silage and stuff. Of course you don't, but you know, why not? And like I say, getting the byproduct of digestate, pretty cool. Actually, that yield already is not bad. So what I think I will do, although the worker's probably going to run out, lift that header up. I'm not sure how well it's going to turn around at the ends. That's the problem, because this is quite a long vehicle. So what I need to try and do, yeah, this is incredible, isn't it? I'm going to hire a worker and I'm going to get over and sort out that fuel load. Okay, so this is load number 2. This only holds just under 10,000 litres. So we've got, I think, just under 20,000 litres will be in the trailer. I'm going to tidy up the ends and set the worker off again, and I'm going to take the truck down to the lorry, down to the main farm to unload, and we'll start getting some stuff into the new BGA. I think if I run a couple of headlands, maybe 3 or 4, at either end, that way it can turn around easier and I won't be leaving all these gaps, which it seems to be doing at the moment. Right, let the work carry on with that. Let's grab this, head down to the farm. Oh look, the new jet's going over. We've obviously been included on a new flight path. What I've also done, where I just cut that fence out at the other side, I've just had a bit of a fiddle around, taken the 2 fence posts out, the stumps left behind from the fence posts, and I've done a tiny little bit of landscaping just to put it so it looks like, you know, vehicles come in and out. There you go, it's all been tied up a little, say tidied up, it looks more messy, but it looks like vehicles have been going in and out, so that's the point. By the morning, I think actually this is going to work out even, well, yeah, I'm just thinking quantities, but our cornfield here on the left, maize, that I was going to do a silage harvest on, will now have the option of, oh mind you, it's not going to bunker silo first, and we don't have a bunker silo at the farm, so potentially it means either putting a bunker silo at the farm, or taking it all to the bunker silos at the other BGA, but then it'd be silly bringing it all the way back here, wouldn't it? So what should I do? Put it into storage and then get it out. So you can't unload by trailer, exactly. Right, let me just put this into storage and then we'll think about how we're going to do this. Oh, that said, sorry, I'm just going through, you know, my usual, being really decisive about what I'm doing. I think what I'll do, let's put a pile on the floor to start off with. Did I get a bucket for my telehandler? I don't think I did I? I'll just put a pile here for a minute. Right, that can go back up to wait for the next load. I'll grab the telehandler and then potentially I might just get a bucket from the store and let's put some in. Like, I might even try a conveyor belt. What I'll probably do overnight is have a bit of a fiddle around with various different options to see what works, and we'll go from there. I like the addition of a BGA. That's really cool. Somebody did comment to say, while you're using the BGA that came out a week ago, it's way better. I'm assuming that was on PC. I'm sure we haven't had another BGA. There was a couple that have come out on actual maps. So the map maker has got a BGA that on their map that you can use. But I'm pretty sure we haven't had another modded BGA out, have we? Or did I miss that? So, right, telehandler. Let's get some potato in. Oh, here comes the biplane again. Actually, I'm going to drive this one back down. Right, been to the store, got one of the toxic BioBelts telehandler buckets. I think it goes on a wheel loader as well, of course. It's 7,900 litres, I think it is. Like I say, I probably will off screen try. I don't know if I've got it installed. I might have. Fill trigger conveyor belt. But we are now carb loading. Oh dearie me. Oh, I need to lie down, I think. We are. And the whole thing swings into action. There's our counter. So that's now chugging away. We are using potatoes for fuel rather than vodka, or why don't I go straight to vodka? Chips would be the obvious thing, French fries, you know, mashed potato, any of those things. Ah, right. Cool, well, that's working, that's incredible. And we are going to be getting a byproduct of digestate from that as well. Love that. That's so cool. Right, I don't want to overload it too much, but tell the light's starting to go, isn't it? Let's get that high enough I can tip it. There we go. So that'll be full now. So I mean technically that can stay like that, because all it's doing is every time that chugs away and it takes a little bit, 3 litres a second it's supposed to process. So every time it takes 3 litres, that then releases 3 litres out of the bucket. So I can just leave that like that, technically just chugging away. Right, let's go and check on the potato harvester. That's good, I'm so pleased this is working. It's absolutely brilliant. Okay, so this is what I've tried. I think it's working. All of that is dropping. I'm a bit puzzled. It did seem to be to start off with, and now I don't know. These are the fill trigger tools, Grimmy SL8022 Quantums. They have standard ones in game, but then there was a modded version by Holger Senstock, which will fill up from a fill trigger that they used to pick up from the ground. I'm sure they did on 17. Now, what I'm puzzled about is that says it's filling, that's moving, that's going in, but that's still going down. Plus, the belt here doesn't seem to be. It doesn't seem to be dropping. So if I press L3 now, it does give me the option to take from the silo, but the potatoes are empty now. What was on the floor I put into the silo, so that's now saying 0. But that belt doesn't seem to be draining at all. So I don't know if this has just had a bit of a... Yeah, that one does say it's going down, which is weird. Maybe I had to be in it. That's going to be annoying if I have to keep getting into the thing. I thought this would be a thing I could just leave chugging away, but it looks like that belt's now not feeding this one. But I bet if I get in it, it will. Oh man, so these can't be left unattended. I mean, that said, at the end of the day, if I want to do a whole load of 10,000 and let them chug away for a bit, this has still got to be a better option and an easier option than having to keep getting a tractor trailer combo or telehandler and bucket and that kind of thing. These are only leased at the moment. They're 38 grand each, so but yeah, I mean, it works. It goes from the silo. Had I have thought about it, about using these earlier, I probably would have placed the new little BGA in a more direct path so I could use one of these. I probably would have turned it round and had it this way. But again, it's not a major, you know, or I could have put it here, I guess, with the conveyor belt coming out this way, but then it would have been tricky for getting trailers in there. I don't know, but at the end of the day, it is working. It just not quite how I thought it would. Right, then go back onto this one. And then that belt is probably going to unload a little bit more. There we go. So yeah, it is going, like I say. Now this isn't the quickest way of making money. There's no two ways about it. This is not, you know, going to be your lifesaver on your map. That said though, we are in the biogas business now. We are making a byproduct of digestate, so by the morning hopefully we'll see an improvement in that. I'm not going to make mega money doing potatoes either, but the long term of that is that once the potatoes are done, if I do silage, put them into bunker silo, make silage, and I store silage in here, I can sell silage through this. Now this doesn't pay out as much as the main biogas does, and when you place this it will give you another biogas sell point. So I go into the main menu here. I've now got 2 biogas plants. The top one is your standard biogas plant, and it will take silage, grass, hay, straw, manure and slurry. This one won't take slurry, but if we go down to this one, why won't it let me? Okay, that's weird. And now it won't let me scroll through. There we go. As you can see further along, the second biogas plant one down does say potatoes and sugar beet. However, the price is a little bit lower than what I would get if I sold it at sell point. Again though, the byproduct is digestate, which you can then sell. On this map you can sell. So, you know, realistically, yeah, you look at the silage price there, $5.40 at the standard biogas, only $3.60 on this one. So you're going to get less for selling your silage here, but it's your own biogas plant. I like that fact. I think that's really cool. Manure, obviously, that's a winner on the standard biogas. So, you know, you can use this in conjunction with the standard biogas plant. I just thought it might be an interesting thing to try out. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to let this chug away through the night. We'll see in the morning or at midnight what we get paid, and then hopefully we'll have our cornfield will be ready to go, and we can do a silage harvest, and there'll be all that to go. Yeah. It's not as automated as I hoped. Let's put it that way. But let's see at midnight when we get paid. I will get a payment from one biogas plant, so it should come up at midnight with 2 payments, I think. One from the standard biogas plant and one for this one. But anyway, I'll keep working away. Let's clear that belt. And then we'll go and clear the other belt. I'll probably see you in the morning then. It is just before midnight. I've literally just finished harvesting the potato field. I've got the time on ×5 to keep this chugging away. And we have just made 25 grand from one, 19 from the other. That's not as much as I thought it was going to be. That's weird. I thought I was going to get 40 odd. But anyway, money has gone up. That's the main thing. What I have also done, I've installed 2 spotlights, one there and one there, just so I could see what I was doing. It was, the light you get is okay, but it's quite dim. You only really kind of see on this slurry collection bit. Now this is chugging away. We've put about 90,000 litres of potatoes through this so far, and every now and again I jump in this one and it just clears that belt, then jump in that one and it takes it from this belt onto the other one. And then all I do to refill this belt is click to refill. So we put 90,000 through already. We've got about 52,000 litres left. That's including about 8,000 litres of potatoes, which are in the other silos. So I've been to collect those as well. So what I'm going to do now is, between now and the morning, get the rest of the potatoes through. So we'll clear all the potatoes through this. The money for that we won't then get till the next midnight, but I'm interested to see how much digestate we get. I'm going to be gutted if we don't get any. I'm assuming anything that goes through this digester produces digestate as a byproduct, so we should get some digestate. I'm hoping it's not just silage and manure that does that, but we'll see in the morning. So there we go, we've made a bit of money. And at the end of the day, that's what we would have made for this amount of potatoes anyway, had we sold them at a sell point. So like I say, the byproduct being digestate, hopefully, if we can get a load of that and we can go and sell it at the garden centre in the morning, you kind of get a double whammy on your potatoes here. So we'll sell the potatoes, we've made the money on that, plus then we can sell the digestate. That's what I'm thinking, anyway. But I'm having an enormous amount of fun. Just gone 7:30 in the morning. All the potatoes are through. About 140 odd thousand litres, I think it was, went through. So a big chunk of that we won't get paid till midnight tonight for. So I know I've mentioned that already, but now we see how much digestate we've got. It's not going to be as much as if you put silage through here. The ratio of silage to digestate is actually normally quite high. It just could be this mod, actually, I don't know, we'll see. It's not going to be a huge amount, but what if we get, actually, hang on, is that finished digest? Oh yeah, I was going to say, it was still chugging away with a little bit in it. I've leased the Garant slurry tanker, so what we'll do, we'll back up to the digestate tank, kind of straight if that's possible. And we've got 27,647 litres. That's not too bad. At the end of the day, like I say, it's potatoes that went in there. You would never normally get digestate from them. We've created gas, we've been paid, more pay to come, plus this. So what I'm going to do is load this tanker up with the digestate that's in here, and then we'll go over to the garden centre and sell it. Again, not going to be a massive amount of money, but Now I could use this in a slurry spreader and use it as a fertiliser if I wanted to, but I might as well sell it. Like I say, the whole point was potatoes normally don't pay well, but you get a huge amount of them, and that's what brings the money up. So let's just see what we get for this. If nothing else, it's an experiment, you know, just to see. It'd be lovely to make a ton of money, but I'm going to keep that biogas plant at the main farm. I think definitely when we do our core... Actually, is that ready to harvest? Hang on, just 1 second. Field 40, fruit type is corn. Soil composition, we're good. It had 2 squirts. And we are ready to harvest. Excellent. Right, so I definitely know what's happening in the next episode. We're going to be doing that silage harvest. So what will happen is all the chaff, obviously it's going to be turned into chaff, will come off that field. We'll take that up to the regular biogas plant, put it in a bunker silo, compact it, ferment it, and then we'll sell it up there, because at the main biogas plant you get 540 or 560 per 1,000 litres. So it's going to be, we'll be better off doing it up there. Our one is going to be for smaller quantities, maybe a bit of manure here and there, those kind of things. Where do we do this? I think it's normal sell point, isn't it? There we go. Fingers crossed, and we're making money at the end of the day. I think it's fantastic that JiM includes this in the map. That you can sell it if you want to, because often when you're making loads and loads of silage, you get it as a byproduct. 35 grand. That's not bad. 35,746. That wasn't even a full load. Plus the money we made from selling the potatoes through the biogas plant, and we've got a little bit more to make. So I reckon all in we're going to be up around 50, maybe 60 grand on those potatoes. Result, plus we've got another field. It was a busy night. And I think with that we're done for this episode. Next episode, more busyness. We'll keep ourselves occupied. Hope you enjoyed this episode. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. If you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.